Is going to be so funny. You ready for more? Yeah! Restivo! Hey, everybody.
That's my wife, thank you. So, my dad's getting really old, and he's starting to lose his hearing. It's so bad he doesn't even realize that he's talking way too loud. The other night we were out to dinner and he took a call. And by the time he hung up, the entire restaurant broke out into applause and cheers because he had a positive outcome to his prostate exam. So my wife and I noticed a lot of young women calling their boyfriends and husbands daddy. Kind of grosses us out a little bit, but we say it to each other now as a joke. Like she'll say, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" And I'll say, "You know what Daddy wants." But the other day, I was watching television with my 6-year-old, and he dropped the F-bomb right in front of me. And I started screaming at him. He's like, "Do you want Daddy to give you a spanking?" And just then I heard my wife yell from the kitchen, "As soon as I'm done with the dishes." Right? So I used to be a New York City police officer. Thank you. I always heard stories about women coming onto men in uniform. Never happened to me. Until one day, I was walking my beat and minding my own business, and this woman starts looking me up and down and aggressively saying, "I love me a bow-legged white boy in uniform." I'm shocked. I'm like, "Ma'am, you're like 80 years old. You're coming dangerously close to getting arrested for disorderly conduct." And I get off at 6. So the other day, my wife started screaming at me. She's like, "This house is a mess. Clean it up." That's how she sounds, by the way. "I can't live like this." And I said, "First off, all the Legos in the hallway, those aren't mine. The bras hanging from every knob in the bedroom, not mine." She said, "I'm talking about the 4 tires in the living room." And I was just thinking, thank God she didn't see the transmission in the bathtub. Now she knows. My wife loves our bedroom to be like Arctic temperatures. It's literally like 30 degrees and sleeping in an igloo. Right? Yeah. The other night we were laying in bed and she rolled over and said she wanted to make love. And I was like, "Oh yeah?" I was psyched, ready to go. So I leaned over, I opened up my nightstand, and I pulled out a de-icer. She asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told her an electric blanket, a heating pad, and my own room. So it really drives me crazy when somebody responds back to you in a text message with a 1-letter answer like K. Yeah. The other day I was texting with my son, and I shared so much information with him. I asked him like 5 questions, and his only response was K. So I asked him the questions again because I really needed to know the answers. And again, K. So finally I started angrily texting him back. I said, "If you're not going to answer any of my questions, can you at least respond back in a complete sentence?" And a few minutes later I got K, 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 period. I like these things. So the other day, my wife went on this huge shopping spree. She showed up at the house with like 15 bags from his department store and a shit-eating grin from ear to ear. And she came in the house. I said, you know, you left the 30% off coupon, the Macy's, on the table. And she said, actually, I got 100% off. I used your credit card. That's it for me. Thank you, everybody. Restivo! Give it up, man!
That was a true story about the 80-year-old he was hitting on? No?